Hi guys, my name is Jay Chardonnay and welcome to my channel, or back to my channel if you are one of my new subscribers. Hello. Today's video we are doing a pregnancy update. Now, my first pregnancy was very chaotic, but this one I wanted to be very calming. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump into the video. So I am currently 20 weeks pregnant. Let me check my app. For those who are looking for a pregnancy app, I highly recommend the Bump. The Bump I've been using this since my first pregnancy. So the Bump is basically like this app that tracks like your pregnancy and beyond your pregnancy. So I have a 7-month-old, and it's also tracking him as well. And I am currently at 20 weeks and 2 days, and baby girl, a girl, is the size of a banana. Now, before I do a deep dive into all that I'm experiencing pregnancy-wise, I will say yes, I am having Irish twins. We found out we were pregnant again when our son was 4 months, only 4 months. And I wasn't panicking because I had a great, I had a great labor and delivery, a great pregnancy. I never had any morning sickness with my son. I never thrown up with my son. I had a great appetite. It was literally like the perfect pregnancy during labor and delivery. I didn't know that epidurals didn't work for everybody. So I got it done 3 times and they just went straight to my feet. So it didn't work at all for me. So I had him naturally. I had no tears, no rips, no anything. Which I know exactly why, but I can get into that if you guys want a little later. So yeah, having Irish twins, my body is great, we're good, we are ready for this. So one of the symptoms that I have really been going through is extreme fatigue. I've been so tired. I used to be really tired with my son, I will say that, but I was never this exhausted. But I'm assuming it's probably because, you know, I'm doing a lot of things now with my 7-month-old who's trying to start walking, and I'm also like there's something else happening in life, so I never like really get a chance to just kind of calm down, sit down. So I think that plays a part in my fatigueness, but also just being pregnant on top of that makes it 10 times worse. It's so bad. Another symptom that I've been going through is I have not had an appetite at all. I will say I do have extreme anxiety. I've been diagnosed with anxiety. That's never gonna go away. I do take meds for it, and as of recently there's a lot going on in my life that as of recently I have exceeded my limit for my anxiousness, and so my body physically was just not having it, so we had to go to the ER, or they sent me to triage. And I basically lost 3 pounds during this pregnancy. I had no issues with my son, but with this pregnancy and my anxiety is just on tenfold, I accidentally lost 3 pounds, and they were like, what in the world is going on? And I think that me not having an appetite played hand in hand with that, just because I'm so anxious and I'm always doing something or distracting myself with something. That no appetite really had me like, but I do know it's not like for everyone. Like, not everyone is going to experience no appetite, because like I said with my son, I didn't experience this, but with this baby, oh, she's got me like, yeah, I can nibble on something, but that's about it. Like, my fiance made some spaghetti a couple weeks ago, and I got like 3 bites in before I almost felt it come back up. I'm like, oh no, I can't do this. Like, I can't keep it down. Didn't even want it to begin with. I had no appetite. Like, I was really like, no, I'm good. Another thing is I've been very moody. Like, not moody as in like very moody as in like I am very emotional. Like, I will cry about the smallest things. I'm not even kidding. Like, the red light is taking too long, I'm gonna start tearing up because what is like going on? Like, it's just, I've been so emotional. Every little thing like drives me insane. And I'm not really an emotional person. Like, my fiance could tell you, I do not wear my heart out on my sleeve. I'm not very like, you will probably have a hard time figuring out how I'm feeling, because I don't really show much emotion, and I didn't show much emotion with my son either. So with this baby girl, she's like, oh, I'm gonna make you cry and you're gonna enjoy it. Well, you're not gonna enjoy it, but you're gonna deal with it. So I'm going to get into when I first felt baby move. Now with my son, it was hard because It's my first pregnancy full term. I didn't know what to expect. And you know, when you're pregnant, you never really know what to expect. Like, excuse me, you never really know what to expect. And so I didn't know what I was looking for as far as first movements or anything like that. But with this pregnancy, I was more aware. Like, I was more like, okay, that's not food digesting, or that's not, you know, me having to poop or something. And I first felt her at, I want to say, 18 weeks. And I wasn't tripping that I feel like it took too long, because with my son, I felt like it was a wee bit earlier, like maybe like 16, 17 weeks maybe. So I just knew that she was good in there, and I didn't know for sure until I felt that first movement, and it felt like butterflies. Like, it felt like a flutter. Now, I know a lot of women feel like a rolling. I start to feel that often now, like a ball rolling kind of thing, and that's normal too. That's definitely happens. But for like the very first movement, it caught me off guard. And so she gave me cute little flutters. But now, even being 20 weeks now, she's like kicking. Like, if I bend down a certain way, not even all the way down, like I'm just on my way to bend down, I can feel her kick me in protest, and it's really hard. Like, we had our anatomy scan like 2 days ago or yesterday, either 2 days ago or yesterday, and she gave us the biggest kick ever. That it scared me, it scared my fiance, and it scared the ultrasound tech. Like, it was the biggest kick. Like, and it was exactly where the stick thingy was, and it had freaked me out so bad because she's never kicked like that. And ever since, she's been like showing us how her femur and legs work, because she has been kicking non-stop. I don't know what she's trying to tell me. I don't know what she's trying to get at, but she has been kicking non-stop. So yeah, I felt the first movements at 18 weeks, and she hasn't stopped moving since then. I know a lot of people say that baby girls, they have a more calm energy to them. They don't move as much as baby boys, but she's moving just as much as my son was. And my son was an active little boy in the womb, and she's an active little girl in the womb as well. So another symptom that I've been having, and this might be TMI, but for first time moms, you guys need to know these things, because no one told me that any of this was going to happen with my son. But I've been having more discharge, and that's normal in pregnancy, and it's normal as whereas I am, you know, nothing itches or smells or anything. But discharge is very, very normal, and sometimes it can come like rapidly. Sometimes you can like feel it come out. Like, it's not bad, but it's definitely like, okay, I'm getting tired of this. Like, it is so nerve-wracking. Like, I hate it. I love pregnancy so much, and if I could have like back-to-back kids all the time, I probably would. But the discharge aspect, it just, for me, I just never feel clean. And that's like one of my biggest things. Like, I always want to be clean, especially in that area. And like, little things can like affect the entire pregnancy. Like, if you have a UTI, yeast infection, or something like that, I know that it can affect the baby just like that. And sometimes it could turn into lung cancer. Like, there are like some big things that could really happen. So it's like, I'm taking showers all the time, I'm wearing the liners all the time, but it gets so tired and draining, and it's so annoying. But it's a part of pregnancy. Maybe not every female gets it. I don't know if every female gets it, but I feel like the majority females, when they're pregnant, experience an excessive amount of discharge. It just comes with the territory. Another symptom that my fiance loves so much is my boobs. My boobs have been so large. They are so big so early on. Now, with my son, in my previous pregnancy, they got bigger, but they got bigger much later in pregnancy, when I was like 34 going on weeks, and I breastfed them for a good while, so they were constantly filled and big and huge or whatever. Like, it looked like I had a boob job. Like, it was so bad, and it hurt. And with this pregnancy though, is my boobs are starting to look how they looked when I was 34 weeks pregnant with our son. And they're huge, and they were not lying when they say your areolas do get larger. I happened to be like waiting and like waiting for like, you know, my water to heat up and everything, and I just happened to like catch a good glimpse of myself in the mirror, and I'm like, I do not remember my areolas being this big. Who put these pepperonis right here? Because I am over this. And this might be TMI, but I have like under boob tattoos, and without a bra, like my boobs cover it. They cover it. You can't see. Like my boobs are so heavy and they're already so swollen at 20 weeks. Now I don't know if like moms who breastfeed and they're going on their second kid or have went on to have more babies, I don't know if this is like a normal thing. I don't know if that's like something universal, but it happens with me. So if it's something new to you too, well, we're in the same boat, because I was not expecting my boobs to get any bigger than what they were, and I'm back into fitting like my 34-week bras that I still have, because you know you have to go up in a couple sizes during your pregnancy. But yeah, my boobs have definitely gotten much bigger, and so have my areolas, and I hate it. But I can already see that like my body is like, I'm starting to get the veins and we're starting to produce again. Like at this point we're not telling, but like at this point we're trying to feed our son the rest of his breast milk to make more room, which works for us anyways because he's got like a little runny nose, so you know breast milk helps with that. But we predict we're going to be breastfeeding longer. So another thing that I wanted to touch on is the nesting phase. So when I was pregnant with my son, I did have a really large nesting phase, and it was from like early on. Like I was constantly like getting overly buying, like, but you know, I feel like that's first mom things. With this baby, I am so calm, chill, and collected that I have not started nesting yet. I don't feel that urge just yet. I feel like once 30 weeks hits for me, then I'll be like, oh wait, the baby needs a crib. I think then that's when it'll start like settling in. But we had just moved. I'm sorry guys, it's an airplane. I live in San Diego. Airplane by a base. Yeah, so I definitely think around 30 weeks nesting is going to kick in for me. But we just moved into this house, so like we're more so just trying to get that rest of the house ready and complete for our family to come when the baby comes, for us, you know, for when they leave and our families just back to being the four of us. So we're still like in the process of buying things for the house, so it's not necessarily nesting. And truth be told, with this baby, because all of our friends and my coworkers and his coworkers too have given us a lot of hand-me-down things, we don't have to buy things. Like I've only bought her already maybe 2 onesies. Her dad's bought her like maybe like 2 onesies. And the rest are hand-me-downs from like our best friend who just had a baby girl. She's the same age as our son. Like we don't have to get a lot of things realistically. So the nesting really hasn't kicked in, but I'm sure it will at like 30 plus weeks. One last thing to touch on before we show the bump in all of its glory, the recent appointments and the upcoming appointments. So like I said earlier on, we've had the anatomy scan. I think we've only had like 3 appointments in total. We've had the anatomy scan, and we saw her. She's very, very beautiful. So beautiful, beautiful little girl. I'll post a little ultrasound picture of her. Everything looks good so far. Big, beautiful girl. Like I said, she gave us that big kick and frightened everyone because we were not expecting that. A funny story though, they were actually trying to get pictures of my birth canal just to make sure everything's healthy with that and everything. And the more the ultrasound tech would try and like get baby girl's head from around that area so she could look, baby girl was just like pushing her head deeper and deeper. Like she was not having it. And it was getting to the point where like the ultrasound tech was pushing so hard down that I was starting to get really antsy and uncomfortable. So my fiance had to like step in and distract me so the ultrasound tech could like go around her and like look. It was like a hot mess. We were in that ultrasound, the anatomy scan, for probably longer than what we needed to be because it was just uncomfortable and baby girl was not, it was her way or no way. But we got the pictures, all that she needed, and we definitely got some ultrasound photos. And now our upcoming appointment is I believe it's a 20-week appointment because I am 20 weeks, but I will almost be 21 weeks at that point. So I guess it's just like a 20-week checkup, 20-week appointment. and hopefully we can discuss induction days. I know it's like super early, but we like to get that stuff done nice and early so we can let our family know when to come down, when to tell your job, PTO, prepare the others because I'm gone. And yeah. Okay, so this is the bump. This is my 20-week bump. It's not super big, and I didn't just eat. This is her right now, currently. And yes, my jeans barely fit. Okay, we're not going to talk about that. But this is what we're looking like right now. All big and round and beautiful. Well, that is the end of this video, you guys. I truly do appreciate you for watching and listening and looking at little old me. You don't know how much it means. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I will love you forever so much. Thank you guys once again, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.